your hate, all your anger, everything that is black and loathsome that dwells inside of you. I want you to pour that into me. I want you to pour that into me. Gather yourselves and your strength for me, my brothers, my sisters, my blood, and shout. Shout! Shout! Let it all out. These are the things I can do without. Come on. I'm not talking to you, so come on. Shout! Shout! Let it all out. These are the things I can do without.
Welcome to the Sounds of War, rock, rap, and the spiritual world. This video seminar will examine the muse behind the music, what's going on psychologically as well as spiritually when we enter and engage the world of popular music.
Like for most people, music is a big part of my life. And several years ago, I realized that not only is it a great way to communicate and express yourself, it's a profoundly spiritual, you could even say religious activity as well. My name is Teron Carter from the hip-hop group Grits. In this presentation, we are going to explore that aspect of music's power, and hopefully it'll help us better understand this crazy adventure we call life.
What follows can apply to any kind of music, but we're going to focus specifically on rock and rap, and that includes all its related styles and genres because, well, first, this is a 50-minute presentation. We just don't have the time to cover everything. Second, rock and rap are the most popular styles of music, particularly in relation to young people. Like it or not, young people are more impressionable than older people and are therefore more likely to be influenced by these psychological and spiritual forces. And lastly, it's the style of music that is given the greatest place to the darker side of these forces. Whether we're talking about perverse sexuality, hardcore rebellion, or occult spirituality, there's no musical genre more likely to explore these subjects than rock and rap. If you don't believe it, just stay tuned. And finally, understand that we're dealing with a broad, complex, and controversial subject, one that elicits all sorts of passions, objections, and arguments. There's no way I can cover everything in the short time we have. What follows is taken in large part from an 8-part documentary series entitled Hell's Bells 2, The Power and Spirit of Popular Music. If you want to understand the bigger picture or find answers to all your questions, I suggest you check it out.
Now, first things first, there are many of you that say, what's the big deal? What's the purpose for a video like this anyway? After all, it's only music, right?
It's all about the environment and what their friends think. I don't think it's about the music.
I mean, the music might be negative, but then I don't believe that it has any long-lasting, holds on us.
I think the music that you listen to doesn't really affect your life. It's pretty trivial,
Like, not like, go out there and do what they tell they're telling me to do.
They're not, enforcing anything on you. They're just saying how they believe.
Because they're just doing their life as long as you keep living your life and just listen to the music. That's all it is. Listen and hearing it. You ain't got to do what they do.
It's just music, I believe that.
Perhaps not too surprisingly, most artists feel the same way.
I think it's absurd whenever the media tries to blame artists for violence, especially, in the context of something like Columbine, where they were saying that there was some kind of a violent movement of music that was causing the youth of America to turn on each other. I thought that was ludicrous.
The messages these bands are getting across, us, anybody, is nothing harmful to anyone whatsoever. It's just feelings that other people have made you feel.
I never heard of anybody being able to kill somebody with a CD. You know what I'm saying?
When a dude's getting bullied and shoots up your school and they blame it on Marilyn. And the heroin, where were the parents at?
And yet, when you find them in a more relaxed frame of mind, these same artists will go on and on about how powerful music is, how it can inspire, create beauty, incite revolution, turn people on, change minds, and even change the world.
Music is a complete ocean. You hit one note, every hair in your body is going to stand up.
Music is made to create beauty in the world, you know.
Right.
There's always need for more beauty in the world, and that's what music is.
Once it goes in, you have really no say about what it does to you.
We are able to seduce some people in with the music who then are exposed to a different political message.
Basically, I'm writing about my life situations. I'm just trying to crawl under people's skin and give people something to hold on to for a little while.
I'm not saying I'm going to change the world, but I guarantee that I will spark the brain that will change the world.
It can move, a large group of people. It can inspire and move a large group of people. Then revolution can happen.
It's an intense force. It can move mountains, stir up love affairs, and encourage revolution.
I was also aware that you could just say, kill, and so somehow the surge would happen.
Of course, all of these observations on the power of music imply that something good or at least exciting is being produced. But keep in mind something very important here. Anything that has power for good has, by necessity, a corresponding potential for evil. Take, for example, religion. It can move people to greater love, self-control, and good works. Or it can inspire someone to drive a jet into the World Trade Center. And in just the same way, music, as well as other forms of popular art, can profoundly influence people's hearts and minds for good or for evil. You can't have one side of the coin without the other side potentially showing up as well.
Music and vibrations are the basis of everything. They pervade everything. Human consciousness is reflected by them. Atoms are vibrations between positive and negative forces. Some very subtle, some complex, but it's all music.
We don't have time to develop all the reasons why the walls of the city, as well as our lives, can be shaken by music. The bottom line is that from brain science to music therapy to tons of anecdotal evidence, one would have to be either naive or in willful denial to reject what renowned musicologist David Tame has observed. Music is the language of languages. It can be said that of all the arts, there is none that more powerfully moves and changes the consciousness. One last observation on this power before we move on. Richard Pellegrino is a medical doctor and a consultant to the entertainment industry. In an article for Billboard magazine, he noted how music interacts, often subconsciously, with receptors in the brain to produce endorphin highs, to trigger a flood of emotions and images that have the ability to instantaneously produce very powerful changes in emotional states. He closed his commentary with the observation, take it from a brain guy. In 25 years of working with the brain, I still cannot affect a person's state of mind the way that one simple song can. The movie, Almost Famous, did a great job of illustrating this power to affect not only a person's state of mind, but even their entire destiny. It tells the true story of Cameron Crowe, a kid barely in his teens who became a writer for Rolling Stone. In this scene, his sister runs off to California with her boyfriend. Her parting advice to her little brother is to listen to some music she is leaving for him.
Look under your bed. It'll set you free.
That it will change him just like it changed her. As he reverently sorts through the records she's left behind, finds her note, and then follows her instructions to listen to the rock opera Tommy with the candle lit, the scene and the rest of the movie make it very clear that music has power. One could say a spiritual or religious power to change lives.